Science is the window to the future and the door to our understanding of the universe. To be a scientist, you must have the courage to fail many times before you succeed. Curiosity is the fuel of discovery. In science, we are not afraid to challenge assumptions. We thrive on it. Real learning starts when we ask why, not just what. Knowledge is the most powerful tool we can give to the next generation. Discovery is not a moment. It's a journey of persistence and imagination. The beauty of science lies in its ability to unite people beyond borders. When you understand time at the femtosecond level, you understand life itself. Education and science are the twin engines of progress. No society can rise without investing in its minds. Science brings hope when politics fail. A scientist must never stop being a student. The value of knowledge is in its ability to transform lives. Great achievements are born from passion, vision, and hard work. I believe in the power of young minds and the wonders they can achieve. We must build bridges of understanding through science, not walls of ignorance. The future is not inherited. It is built with intellect and determination. A scientist's role is not just to discover, but also to inspire. Precision in science reveals the poetry of nature. The atoms speak if we know how to listen. Time is not only what clocks measure. It's what defines motion, change, and life. It is not enough to make discoveries. We must also make them meaningful to humanity. Hope is a scientific principle. It grows with experimentation and belief. In every question lies the seed of innovation. To challenge convention is the first step toward progress. Science empowers the powerless. Understanding the smallest units of time open the door to new realms of chemistry. Progress is born at the intersection of curiosity and courage. With science, we write the poetry of the universe in the language of atoms and time. A meaningful life is one that contributes to knowledge and to humanity. Science without ethics is like power without wisdom. Every breakthrough begins with a question no one dare to ask. As long as there are mysteries in nature, science will have a purpose. Investing in science is investing in the future of civilization. Great minds are not born. They are nurtured through education and opportunity. To advance, a society must honor its thinkers as much as its warriors. Science is not only equations and experiments. It is dreams translated into reality. Behind every equation is a story of persistence. In the smallest particles, we find the greatest truths. The progress of nations is written in the language of discovery. A true scientist finds joy in the unknown. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is its foundation. The microscope of science reveals the unseen beauty of life. To shape the future, we must understand the atoms of today. I believe science is the compass that guides humanity forward. Wisdom comes not only from answers, but from asking the right questions. Time is the canvas on which the universe paints its story. The purpose of science is not only to explain, but to elevate. Let science be the bridge between nations and the healer of divisions. The quest for knowledge is the noblest journey of all. We must teach our children not just facts, but how to think critically. From the lab bench to the Nobel stage, the journey is paved with resilience. Without imagination, science would be an empty shell. Where others see problems, scientists see possibilities. When knowledge meets purpose, transformation happens. The laboratory is a temple where curiosity meets creation. We must not only teach science, we must inspire it. No idea is too small if it leads us to greater understanding. Even the tiniest particle obeys the laws of the universe. So must we seek order in chaos. Innovation is the child of dissatisfaction with the status quo. Through the lens of science, we realize how connected all life truly is. Time reveals everything, and femtochemistry lets us watch it unfold. Education is the vaccine against the virus of ignorance. To be remembered, leave behind not just success, but impact. Science gives us the lens to see beyond what the eyes can perceive. In understanding atoms, we begin to understand ourselves. The smallest particles reveal the greatest truths. No great idea ever emerged without the courage to challenge the ordinary. Education is not about filling minds, but lighting fires. Science teaches us to listen to nature, not to impose on it. There is no border for knowledge. Discovery belongs to all mankind. A scientist is an artist of the invisible. Time, at the femtosecond scale, holds the secret to life's beginnings. To create change, we must first change the way we think. A scientist must remain humble before nature's complexity. The wonders of the universe are accessible to those who dare to look deeply. Chemistry is not just reactions. It is the choreography of life at the molecular level. Progress comes not from comfort, but from challenging the impossible. Science gives voice to the silent mysteries of nature. To change the world, ignite minds with knowledge. Through science, we illuminate the darkest corners of ignorance. Every second is an opportunity for discovery, especially at the femtosecond scale. In the lab, we don't just measure matter, we measure meaning. The seeds of tomorrow's innovation are planted in today's curiosity. True progress begins when education becomes a right, not a privilege. Discovery is not magic. It is method, patience, and vision combined. A microscope can reveal atoms, but only education reveals potential. It takes courage to ask questions that defy tradition. Science allows us to see the invisible and to believe in the improbable. We are not only made of atoms, we are made of wonder. In times of conflict, let science be our common ground. The future does not wait. It belongs to those who prepare for it with knowledge. Atoms are silent, but their behavior tells the story of the universe. A life in science is a life dedicated to truth. Every scientific experiment is a dialogue with nature. Great discoveries often begin with simple, humble questions. Progress is not linear. It's built on failure, insight, and persistence. A nation that values its scientists invests in its own resilience. Science is not separate from society. It is its lifeblood. Behind every experiment is a dream of progress. Real scientists are driven not by fame, but by the thirst for truth. Let's build nations not only with bricks, but with minds. Science is the only global language that does not divide. In every failed experiment lies the path to the next success. Inspiration often begins in the silence of curiosity. The human brain is more complex than any molecule we study. Scientific thinking is humanity's strongest defense against superstition. Discovery begins where comfort ends. In the hands of youth, science becomes limitless. Facts are not to be feared. They are to be explored. The light of science cannot be dimmed by the darkness of fear. In every atom, there is a fingerprint of the universe. True excellence is nurtured by humility and hard work. A society that neglects science chooses stagnation over progress. The beauty of chemistry is that it reveals change at the most fundamental level. Knowledge without wisdom is like energy without direction. To solve global problems, we need minds trained in both reason and empathy. Innovation requires a willingness to be misunderstood at first. Science makes us not only smarter, but more human. Dreams without action are fossils of ambition. Science makes dreams practical. What we see in dreams, we build in laboratories. Dare to be bold in a world that favors the safe. Great ideas often come dressed in silence and solitude. The impossible is just the unexplored. Hope is the fuel of the scientific soul. Don't wait for light, be the spark. Doubt only to question deeper, not to stop. Every challenge is an invitation to rise. Discovery begins the moment comfort ends. Ask what no one dares to ask, and you'll find what no one dares to find. Even nature whispers its secrets if we learn to listen. Curiosity is evolution's greatest gift. A mind that questions is a mind that grows. There are no small questions, only unexplored answers. Let your curiosity disturb your comfort. Science is not certainty. It is the relentless search for truth. Every discovery begins with what if. Follow the unknown like it's a compass. Discipline is the heartbeat of achievement. Success is built on 1,000 small habits. Growth happens when we step into discomfort. The future belongs to those who prepare today. There is no shortcut to mastery, only the long path of effort. Every expert was once a beginner with patience. Don't aim to be fast, aim to be accurate. Consistency beats brilliance when brilliance doesn't show up. You don't become great by talent alone. It takes endurance. Work in silence. Let excellence be your echo. Let failure educate, not discourage you. Fear is just a signpost toward growth. Don't fear mistakes. Fear standing still. Every failure is a footstep forward. You're not your setbacks. You are your resilience. Courage is built by facing one small fear at a time. Great breakthroughs are built on broken attempts. The brave aren't fearless. They act in spite of fear. Your story is not over after failure. It's only deeper. Failure is a lab. Learn from every reaction. Purpose gives power to every action. Find meaning, and the effort becomes joy. Passion is not loud. It's persistent. Live your life as an experiment in meaning. When work becomes purpose, excellence follows. Serve something greater than yourself. Passion brings focus. Purpose brings strength. The greatest energy is a soul on fire. Purpose sustains you when motivation fades. Don't chase success. Chase meaning, and success follows. Innovation starts where old assumptions end. Create not for approval, but for progress. The future is shaped by those who imagine differently. Invention is born in the mind, but lives in action. Think differently, not louder. Impact outlives intention. Build wisely. Change doesn't begin with a crowd. It begins with one bold idea. Let your mind disrupt the ordinary. Solve problems no one else is willing to solve. Real innovation shakes the world gently, but permanently. Science without service is knowledge without soul. Your greatest contribution may be invisible, but never meaningless. Serve humanity, and you serve eternity. Let your work feed generations, not just your pride. Be known not by your achievements, but your impact. Compassion is the highest intelligence. Use your skills to lift others, not just yourself. Lift the world quietly with your knowledge. The purpose of education is to enlighten others. Give freely what you learn. Knowledge multiplies when shared. Even from a dusty village, stars can rise. My story is not about science alone. It's about hope. You can bend time with the power of thought. Femtochemistry taught me that time waits for understanding. A nation without science walks in the dark. Truth speaks in femtoseconds, if you know how to hear it. Let time be your tool, not your limitation. From Egypt to the Nobel, it was never easy, but always possible. Education saved my life. It will save others too. If I could rise, so can you. Start now. Progress is born where comfort ends. Be the catalyst, not just the observer. Change doesn't ask permission, it demands courage. Small shifts lead to major revolutions. Transform your frustration into invention. Move forward, even if slowly. Progress is still progress. The world changes by one inspired mind at a time. Adapt, adjust, advance. That's how breakthroughs happen. Challenge the rules. Create new principles. Improvement starts with one brave decision. Don't waste time. Study it. Femtoseconds matter. So do your moments. Time reveals what the eyes miss. Focus is the magnifying glass of progress. Precision is a form of respect for both truth and time. Work while others wait. Success is not idle. Excellence begins with details no one notices. Respect time, and time will reward you. Every tick of the clock is a chance to improve. Measure your days not by hours, but by impact. Think beyond the textbooks. Independent thought is the foundation of science. Don't inherit ideas, examine them. The most dangerous mind is the one that never questions. Be loyal to truth, not to opinion. Let your thinking disturb old comfort zones. Challenge assumptions with evidence, not ego. Questioning is not rebellion, it's intelligence. Be fearless in thought, gentle in action. The mind is free, don't lock it with fear. Creativity is the engine of discovery. Science without imagination is just repetition. Imagination is the preview of innovation. Let your ideas run wild. Then discipline them into form. The mind sees what the eyes cannot. Sometimes logic must walk hand in hand with dreams. Draw with data, paint with theory. Science is poetry in numbers. A creative mind builds bridges where others see walls. Don't limit your lab to formulas. Let it hold visions too. Live to build a legacy, not just a resume. What you build today will shape tomorrow's lives. Let your journey inspire more than just outcomes. Every scientist leaves fingerprints on the future. The best legacy is empowering others to think. Give your knowledge to the next generation. It multiplies. Your story could light a path for someone else. Success is temporary. Significance is eternal. Don't seek to be remembered. Seek to matter. Legacy begins with service, not spotlight. One microscope can change your future. Don't fear complexity. Embrace it with logic. You belong in the lab as much as anyone else. Being young is your advantage. Your mind is fresh. The future of science sits in today's classrooms. Don't wait to be chosen. Start learning now. Even great minds began with questions, not answers. Curious children become bold innovators. Your journey starts with a single why. A scientist is not born. They're built through questions. Integrity is the lab code of the soul. Never publish what you don't believe. Let truth be your result, not your goal. A scientist must serve truth, not applause. Always value facts more than favor. Scientific honesty is non-negotiable. In the search for knowledge, cut no corners. Better a failed truth than a polished lie. Your credibility is your most precious tool. Let your data speak louder than your ego. Science unites where politics divides. Let the pursuit of truth connect nations. A world that values knowledge fears war less. Peace grows in the soil of understanding. Science doesn't care about borders, nor should we. Education is the vaccine against hatred. The more we understand, the more we cooperate. Knowledge is the path to coexistence. Use science to build, not destroy. Let the lab be a sanctuary of peace. My beginnings were humble. My dreams were not. From simplicity came complexity. From silence, discovery. The lab became my second home and my life's purpose. I studied time to understand change and became it. What Egypt gave me, I gave back through science. My name is not the achievement. My work is. Let no one say your dream is too far. If time could speak, it would speak through science. I saw in atoms the meaning of destiny. What I could not explain with words, I explained with research. You are capable of more than you think. You don't have to be perfect, just committed. Each day is a new experiment. Treat it that way. You carry potential in every thought. Begin. That's the hardest part. Let your efforts define you, not your fears. You're not lost. You're learning. If it's hard, it's probably worth it. Don't stop. You're closer than you think. You are one idea away from a breakthrough. Don't dream small. Your mind wasn't made for cages. The future belongs to the visionaries who dare to begin. See it, believe it, then build it with science. Let your vision frighten your doubts. Dreams are blueprints for reality. Design wisely. Vision is the light that guides even in dark data. Believe in the unseen. Science does. You were given a mind not to copy, but to create. A mind with vision builds the future we need. The boldest discoveries begin as whispers in the mind. Science is not just answers, it's better questions. Your brain is the most powerful lab you'll ever enter. Simplicity is the greatest elegance in science. Let equations speak where words fail. The pursuit of knowledge is the highest act of faith. Science is humility in front of complexity. You don't memorize science, you live it. Genius is just curiosity armed with tools. What you know today is the doorway to what you'll challenge tomorrow. In science, The greatest power is the power to revise. One discovery can uplift a generation. The lab has no flag, only truth. Knowledge is the seed of peace across cultures. Education is the light that no wall can block. The world needs more thinkers, not just leaders. Let your knowledge unite, not divide. Hope is born when science reaches the underserved. Knowledge is the greatest gift a society can give itself. Your mind is part of the world's legacy. Contribute boldly. Let your curiosity cross all borders. Small steps every day build miracles in silence. Repeat. Improve. Evolve. That's how mastery works. Excellence is built daily, not declared overnight. Discipline is doing the hard thing even when no one sees. Momentum is the invisible energy behind all success. Progress is less about pace, more about presence. You don't always need motivation, just movement. Energy flows where focus grows. Show up. That alone separates many from greatness. Your habits are your hidden science. You don't need more time, just clearer thinking. Your mind is your most powerful invention. Master your thoughts, and you master your future. Train your mind to question before it reacts. Limitations are often mental, not real. You are one mindset shift away from a new reality. Think forward. Think bold. Think kind. Your mind is not a container, but a generator. Nurture thoughts that build, not break. Every great discovery was once an unconventional thought. Learning never ends, it evolves. Your last class is never your last lesson. Teach to empower, not to impress. Real learning transforms, not just informs. Ask not just what is, ask why and what if. Education is how we multiply potential. In every student hides a future innovator. Make every mistake a masterclass. Read broadly, think deeply, act wisely. Let learning be a daily ritual, not a seasonal task. Innovation isn't magic. It's method plus madness. Here are 100 motivational quotes that not only inspire, but also prove that words have the power to change the way we think, feel, and act. Hopefully, after watching this, you feel stronger, more confident, and more ready to face life's challenges. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more inspiring content. Because every day deserves to start with passion and powerful motivation.